Hello everyone. Made a video live stream earlier talking about silver, how it dropped quite a bit, settled in to just over $20, something like $20.21 or something like that. But the premium, if you buy a Buffalo, I just looked at it, AmpMex, it's $26.20 unless you order 500 of them. Then you can get them for $25.20. But even at that, you're about $5 premium, and Buffaloes historically have had less premium than that. Now, talk about a few other things that's interesting. You don't run across too many of these that aren't put in card holders. This one, though, the date's gone. It's a Seated Liberty quarter. It's an estimate one. You'll never be able to tell the date. It's just gone. I can't even see a hint of a date on it. A lot like this JFK, I mean, the date's totally gone, but it does have a mint mark still left over here, so it's a D, and you can tell it's a 64 just because of that. Now, been doing a treasure chest challenge this year. We're at 74.15, and that's face value of 90% silver that's in it, which includes this stack of Morgan and Peace dollars. There's 2 Morgans and 5 Peace dollars. Now, a couple of the Peace dollars are slicked pretty bad, but that doesn't matter for this challenge. It's just 90% silver stuck into a treasure chest. Now, we'll move this stuff around a little bit so I can show this without crushing anything important. Hey, what's up? This is a pretty good sized bag full of 90% silver. It's bigger than my hand. 2 handfuls. Just about cup it. I'm at 74.15 in the treasure chest challenge, which includes all this, which is 7, 850, 875. The rest is in the bag here. A lot of Mercury dimes, a lot of quarters, a lot of Standing Liberty quarters, Walkers, and there's a JFK, lots of Mercuries, like I said, Standing Liberty quarters, Washington quarters, there's some Barber coins in here. But, you know, I had a bunch of different half dollars, you know, including Barber halves, like this one. But being able to add a Seated Liberty coin to it's kind of cool. Unfortunately, the date's gone, so you'll never know what year this one was. And enough of the design's gone. All it does have the ribbon on there, and I think that ribbon, I can't remember what year they added it, but well, I don't believe it was on the first few years. Since I'm using my phone to do this, I can't look it up. But anyway, AG Stacker, or AG 1776 Stacker, sent me this neat sticker. Thanks. He also sent me 2 other stickers, and someone else has promised to send me some sticker and some other stuff, and they haven't sent it yet. Still waiting. But probably my favorite half dollar design. Walking Liberty. It's a Philadelphia 43. And another 43, which is another Philadelphia. There's a few repeat ones in here. Most of these Standing Liberties You can't really see much of a date on them. That's a 29. You can kind of see the date on it. There's a few Franklin halves in it too. Okay. Oh, is that listed on your YouTube channel, your email? Old Country Coin Collector? If it is, I can find it, and I'll do that. But I don't know. Let's get a couple more of these out. You can still see a bit of a date on some of these. A lot of them are like this, though. Date's totally gone. Some Roosevelt ones in here. Another dateless. I don't know how easy it'd be to find a Barber dime or quarter in the bag, but there are a few in here. Well, most of the half dollars are Walkers and Benjamin Franklin's, though. This one, the date's about totally gone on. Looks like, I think that's a 1-7. It's kind of hard to tell. So it's a 1917, I believe. But I need to do another video sometime, another short, where I throw all this stuff in the map themed treasure chest back here, which I thought was a neat one. It's good size. The other one's smaller. But I mean, when I spread it out in the bag a little bit, it's a lot of coins in there. Somewhat over $20 worth of dimes. Probably about the same at halves and quarters. Fine. There's a Barber quarter. There's a few Barber quarters in here, not like 6, I believe. Some of these Mercury dimes are really, really worn. But well, how well? 1920, I think 26. And if it's got a mint mark, it looks like it's been worn off on that part of the coin so much. I don't really see one. But this is the kind of bag of silver. Here's a 34. It's pretty heavily worn on the back. Front's not as bad, though. I think somebody played sliding games with this quarter. My dad told me once that when he was a kid, they used to play games with quarters and stuff. They would slide them. Whoever got closest to the edge or the wall, or whatever they were doing it on, would win. It was a form of gambling, basically. Begins to roll off onto the floor and pull out. It's a 1950 Philadelphia. That's not too bad. You know, some of this is silver you can handle, though. I mean, it's not. Oh, hello, see gadget. That is an S Mint one. It's hard to see it on this because when I'm doing this on my cell phone, what I get to see is about 1.5 inches wide, maybe, and about 1.5 inches tall. It's not a very big window of what you get to see. Somewhere in here is a Barber dime or quarter. Barber dime. 1913. And no mint marks, so it's Philadelphia. And it's kind of scraped up a little on the front. But That's okay. I'm trying to find the barber quarter in here. I'm gonna have to keep pulling coins out until I get one. Most of these $half. I mean, I've only found 3 total JFK. Oh, there we go. I found a couple of them. Actually, 3 of them all kind of stuck together. Got some kind of stickiness on that one. The date's gone. That one's a 1910. That one's the date's almost totally gone. It looks like I believe it's an 1895. And there appears to be a part of a mint mark. It might be an S. Or it might not be a mint mark. Let's see if we can see anything. I can't tell. But anyway, the 1910 is a Philadelphia. And but I've got Barber dimes, Mercury dimes, and Roosevelt dimes in this. I've got Barber quarters, Standing Liberties, and Washingtons in here. And in the $half, Benjamin Franklin's, Walker's, couple Barber halves, which I have over here. Trying to keep them from getting mixed up in the whole bag so I can keep track of them. There is only a grand total of 3 JFK $half in here. And I'll pull one of them out. 64. It's a Denver. It's actually not too bad of a coin, but these are kind of like a dime a dozen. I've got way better looking ones in card holders, so I don't mind handling it a little bit in this bag. There's the other one, or one of it's a Philadelphia. And then the third one, and this is all the JFKs I've found this year so far. This one cost me exactly $7. Hello, Perpex Mine. How you doing? It's a 64D. The date is gone, but there's a hint of a mint mark over here still left on the coin. I don't know if you'll be able to see the D's right there just below the claws. But this is the kind of bag. You're from Philadelphia, Liberty Bell. Here you go, Liberty Bell. I kind of like this side of the Franklin $half. Not quite as much on this side. Although these with good mint luster have a lot of area for it to reflect off. I don't know if I have any of them that's got good mint luster. One of them in here, I don't know if I'll be able to find it while I'm doing. Oh, I did find it. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but the rim, all the reading has been worn off of it. And otherwise, not much wear. But the rim is just worn smooth. I think it got caught in some kind of machine and spun for a while. But I also got to get a Franklin half. Old Country Coin Collector, you don't have any? But this one, I like I said, if you have coins and you want to send one off to be graded, and you're looking at this, and then you look at this, and you're like, say it was much better. Yeah, a washer. It probably was a washer. You thought, that's not too bad. And you didn't look at the rim and you sent it in to be graded, you'd be in trouble because they always look at the rim too. And if your rim's damaged, the rest of the coin isn't, it becomes one that won't grade the way you thought it would if you didn't pay attention to that. Just hit the dang table. But yeah, there's generally one of almost every type of silver coin from the 1900s to 64 in this. The only coin that I didn't have was seeded coins like this one, which is heavily worn. Like I said, it does have an estimate on it, but it's about gone. It's definitely seeded Liberty though, and the fact that I bought it from the I don't know if I won't be able to find the actual dime probably, but I bought it from a jeweler, not coin, but coin dealer who does mostly jewelry, and he does have coins. But I bought this and a Roosevelt dime that was damaged for $5. And I'm like, you know what? If I can get one of these and a dime, Roosevelt dime for $5, why wouldn't I buy it? But I don't mind slicks for, especially for this treasure chest challenge, because generally you can get a slick a lot cheaper than you can get one that isn't slicked. Heavily slicked piece dollar. Been through a lot of wear, but this one really takes the cake. Date's totally gone on it. It is worn so smooth that very little of it's left. But it's definitely a silver dollar. We can ping it. Hear that ring? Now the thing about this was, when I bought it, it was $16 in January. It's one of the first coins I bought to put in the treasure chest challenge, along with this other one that was slicked. It's $1 higher because you can actually still see the date on it, and it has just a little bit less wear, but it's still slicked. So $16 and $17. Well, this whole one I got for $18 just a few weeks ago, and this one, which was, I believe, glued in a belt buckle or a money clip, was $20. So if you're doing a thing where you're filling up space in a treasure chest or any other type of item, be it a coffee jar or whatever, but you're wanting to fill it up, and you can get these kind of coins, dollar ones, for those kind of prices, why wouldn't you buy them? Now, two of these 21 Morgans, I can tell by looking at the design it's a 21 just because of the way it looks. Seen enough of the older ones to know that as soon as you see a 21 one, this one's got part of the date left on it. And if you haven't heard the explanation, I have a coin dealer on South 7th here in town whose dad was in the business for a long time, and he used to go to Reno and gamble. He said that they used these in the slot machines in the early 70s. And he said in order to kind of prevent someone from wanting to keep the Morgan dollars, they ground the date off of them so they wouldn't be collectible, even though back then the silver value was, the price of silver is low enough that the melt on this was a lot, well, it was less than $1, put it that way. But I think this treasure chest will hold about $90 to $100 range of loose silver, and I'm at 74 something, so I'm not that far away from filling it up. And I'm trying to do it in a year. I started in January, so all this is stuff I bought this year in January to July 1st, because I bought some of these standing Liberty quarters that pretty much the date's gone on. I bought, how much was it? 250 today, and I bought a few of them. Well, bought one plus this and a dime on Monday this week. So I bought just over $3 to add to the treasure chest challenge. And I really don't know why I ain't been able to get more JFK ones. You would think that, it's a very common one. They made millions of these. The 90, the 64. I don't want to put any 40 percenters or war nickels in here. I mean, I have picked up some of both actually this year. More like 8 war nickels that could be put in this if I wanted to, but not really wanting to do it. I want to keep it 90%. Rim worn off on this side. Some funky looking toning plus wear on it. It's a 52 Roosevelt. But that's basically what I'm doing with this. And I've had pretty good fun with my treasure chest challenge. This one is a D Mint 59. It's a pretty straightforward design, not real busy, not a whole lot of details to it. But the Liberty Bell is kind of cool. This one, the bell lines are worn off. There's straight lines. If you got a proof or one that's uncirculated, which I have but not handy, you can see bell lines on them. And 4 bell lines means it's probably at least a mint state 65 one. This is an S mint. The mint mark on these is pretty small, right underneath the E of states, right in the middle of on top of the bell hanger. It's an S. I've got a couple S mint ones in here. And there's S mint walkers in here too. But there's a 1907 Barber. It's nicked up a little. But it's a nice little pile of silver. All right, old country coin collector, I will send you an email after I get off of here. I'm about done for the night. But I wanted to go ahead and go live and talk about the treasure chest and the price of silver lately, how it's just dropped since they announced doing that silver raid about a month and a half ago. They wanted to buy up the price of silver, and it's done exactly opposite. Now, I've been able to score 90% silver, whenever I wanted to, almost all this year. So the supply of it is there, although some weeks it's pretty low. I mean, I have another coin dealer I'm going to go by tomorrow and look and see if he's first year of issue. See if he's there today or tomorrow morning. His wife's in the hospital, so he may not be there. And that'd be perfectly understandable. But if he's there and got some new stuff, I might have some more stuff to do videos for. Kind of hope to get me a couple more JFK ones for this. And might be able to get them for under $10 from Jack. That's his name. Because the melt on these, I just looked at the melt on a quarter earlier was about $3.58, I think it was. That's how far silver's dropped since it was $22, $23 a few weeks ago. When it drops down to just under $20 briefly today, that'll happen. And that'll put the melt on this about just over $7, I think. So might be able to get them cheaper. We'll see. Anyway, it looks like everybody left. I hope everybody has a good night. I'm going to leave this viewable on my channel. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time.